So we're here at the Mangrove bin Majid. Here is our hotel room. This is kind of the lobby area, and there's our bedroom over here. Really nice hotel. A little while later, Miss Bila ends up in a, what's that called? What did you call it? An armrest. We're just sitting here on the corniche. There's a little place, Costa's, which is really overpriced. It's not even funny really. But anyway, that's the view of where we are. This is the corniche. So we lived in Al-Khaimah, but we lived in a place called Al-Hamra, which is like kind of on the outskirts. So this is in the city sort of thing. I think those are the Jofar towers. They're like famous towers here because they're like two of the tallest. Yeah, and the camera right at the back, you can see the mountains, and then behind that is Oman. That's a good view. It's quite nice. It's like being on holiday. Nice. And we're just drinking some mocha, and we had a little. Yeah, really expensive here. Like Costa's in the UK isn't as expensive as it is here. I was expecting it to be tax-free, but it's more like kind of. Yeah, tax added on top of it. The tax on the taxes added on top of it. But yeah, so we're gonna head back to Abu Dhabi after this.
What up, dude?
Chilling, bruv. How are you?
Oh, it's better now. I'm okay. So what brings you to Al-Khaimah?
It's like an interview.
It is an interview.
Well, your Twitter friend / local Emirati friend brought me to Al-Khaimah. Went to a wedding yesterday. No, not wedding. It's an engagement party.
Engagement, yeah.
Which was a big deal. This is a really nice family that we met through social media. Actually, Bila met the girl through social media on Twitter. When we first got here, I think we tweeted like, oh, we'd like to meet locals and things like that. So they got in contact. And since then, we've been to visit them quite a few times, huh?
Yeah, we have.
Really nice family, really nice family actually. All made us feel like one of their own, which is very nice. And like yesterday I was tweeting like the experiences, like how it was, especially on the men's side. It was very traditional, like almost what you read and see in like documentaries about like how people sit in a majlis and how people come and the way they greet each other. And it was really nice, very nice. Nice to experience that.
It was definitely an experience, wasn't it? Even for me, oh my gosh, it was so crazy. I went inside and they made me get changed, so I had to wear what they were wearing, and it's like full blown makeup. Like everybody was dressed to the max, and it was just insane. It was like, it's amazing when you experience different cultures. Like we're all Muslim, but we all come from different clans and stuff, and it was just really nice to experience what locals do here, and like what their traditions are. And
I think we're fortunate because a lot of expats can be here for 5, 10, sometimes longer, and never experienced this before, which is sad as well, because like this is it's so nice. Like for me, like from the men's side, because they don't have mixed.
Yeah, segregated.
It's segregated, which is traditional here. So the men, they had the way the carpets were laid out outside. The men would just sit there, like they're almost like lined up, and very little talking in a kind of a party atmosphere way. It's very kind of
everything's like show,
Yeah, it's like very formal.
Yeah, formal.
Very formal. And whenever anybody would come, people would stand up. Everybody stands up, shakes hands with them. If they know the person particularly well, they'll do this kind of Emirati greeting where they touch noses like that, and they go. For the men, it's kind of odd when you do it, but it's it's traditional, very nice. And I remember like the older men, the youngsters would like raise their head forward and kiss their forehead. And there was this little kid yesterday who tried to do that, but the elderly man couldn't bend all the way down, so he tried jumping at first. Couldn't do it, and then one of the guys picked him up and brought him up to the head and he gave him a kiss on the head. just small stuff like that, you know. It's kind of it's a very, you think you only read about this in books and stuff, but yeah, we saw
and
it
it's
yesterday.
such subtle things as well. Like even for me on the women's side, like the women were giving 3 kisses on one cheek, and they'll give 2 kisses, and then the third kiss they will actually pause, and then they'll give a hard kiss. And it was so strange.
Yeah, because in the UK we don't do that. We shake hands, you know, or in some cases we don't even shake hands. I mean, like I have British friends who, alright, yeah, it's kind of like that, you know. But
Or you just give like verbal salam, like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was interesting.
And making eye contact, very important. Smiling, essential. And the other thing I learned was that a lot of people, especially on the men's side, it's like respectful to call them by the name of, like, for example, if they have a son, let's say the son his name is, you know, Imran, so it's Abu Imran, the father of Imran. And if you don't have one, if you don't have a son, like me, one of the guys said to me that you have a name anyway, like Abu, what would your son like to be called? Now in Syria it used to be different. They would, if you don't have a son, they would call you Abu Mohsen, or then your name essentially. So kind of it would give an idea, you know. But it's really interesting, and it's interesting because when you address people in that way, it's kind of giving them respect, and you know, people smile broadly at you when you address them in that kind of way. Just small stuff like that. You know, it's real subtleties as well, which is a really good experience. Yeah, I know some of them watch these vlogs from the family, so a big thank you from us. It's been really nice, really enjoyable. It's, you know, it's we feel like we have a family here. And I was saying to Bila as well that we wanna perhaps, when I have my next break, actually come down and spend perhaps a few days here, get a hotel, whatever. And I miss Iraq. I mean, like, it's such an awesome view, isn't it?
So beautiful.
Yeah, and so calm and cooling as well here. Like, it's just such a different atmosphere from Abu Dhabi.
I think when you come from a city, then back to a sleepy town, then you realise, actually, when we were living here, like, we did get bored, right? We wanted some excitement. That's why we used to travel to Dubai on the weekends. So it's funny now, we come from a city, we want to go back to a small town. But yeah, this is definitely, you know, such a nice place for a break, you know.
We're on a mall trek. We were driving to Abu Dhabi and we were hungry, so we thought we'd stop over at our favourite mall, which we think is the best mall in Dubai, which is Mirdif Mall. Why do you think it's the best?
It's just quiet and you're not bombarded with so many shops.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere is really nice as well.
It's quiet, there's not many shops either, and yeah, it's on the outskirts of Dubai, so you don't have to go straight into Dubai. It's great if you're coming from like Rak or Fujairah or something, so that's nice. But we're gonna go and eat at one of our favourite joints, which is Butchers and Joints. So we're gonna go have some meaty food there. So yeah, see how it goes. Right. You are looking at a beef and mushroom pie from Butchers and Joints, which is where we decided to eat. You might have seen these from previous vlogs and all that stuff. But look at that, like, I wasn't expecting it to be that big. That's just massive. And I got mine with the mashed potatoes, and then Miss Bila got her chicken Florentine and onion rings. It's massive, huh? That's really, really big. I'm not sure how much of that I can eat. I haven't got a big appetite, so I'm gonna struggle. Should we open it and see what it's like? Oh, it's crispy. Oh, it's not actually that much inside, that's good. But it's beef and mushroom. Wow, that looks quite nice. This is a South African place. I don't know if you have it anywhere else, but here it's quite popular in Dubai. There's a few branches and stuff. That looks really nice. It's not as much pastry as it's not like the British pastry. That looks really, really nice. Check that out. Look, beeps. Queen bee, check it out. It's not bad, is it? It's almost like a soupy thing. Yeah, so we're gonna tuck in and check it out. Yo, we're reaching the Makta Bridge now, finally in Abu Dhabi. Dubai, as Miss Bila calls it. This is the famous Makta Bridge, you can see it. And over there is 2454. 2454 is actually actually quite an awesome place. It's where there's a lot of like tech-based companies and like new media companies. So if you're into that, then that's cool. And over there is, I don't know if these guys can see it, but there's a Sheikh Zayed Mosque. Yeah, you should be able to see it. It's beautiful at night. We still need to do a tour of that place. Some of you guys on Twitter, last time I took a picture on Instagram of it, and somebody said, oh, you're going to do like a video tour. So we will do actually, perhaps this coming weekend, one of the weekends coming up, then we most awesomely should do one. We're heading into Abu Dhabi. Where we live is slap bang in like center of Abu Dhabi, in the sense that like you have to drive all the way in or down to that. So we are